Hey guys, this is Eric the Aviator coming at you with some great Christmas gifts for your pilot friends, so stick around. So if you're like me, I love Christmas, but it can be very difficult to find all those people, presents, things that they'll care about, and think about all those different things and all that stuff going on. So I've done some of the work for you if you have a friend that is also a pilot. These are 7 gifts that your pilot friend will absolutely love if he doesn't have them already. These aren't in any particular order, although this first one I do absolutely love, and I almost think that every pilot should have it, and I know that every pilot can't afford it, and that's why it's on this list. And that is an Apple Pencil. And the reason I say this is because when I started IFR flying, I was trying to scribble down notes, your IFR clearances, ATC's talking to you every 3 seconds. I mean, it's a bunch of work, and you already have your iPad out. You already are using it for your plates. You already are using it for all this stuff. You already have ForeFlight up, and then there's this notes section, and it's got craft on there. It's got everything you need to take awesome notes for ATC, but then you try to use your finger, and it's just like you're taking up the whole iPad with one letter, and it's terrible. So I got an Apple Pencil, and wow, it changed everything for my IFR clearances. It just took out the stress. Even for flying VFR, I'm flying to an Tower Airport, a bunch of stuff is going on. I just jot down which runway I'm supposed to be on, and just a few, like what the what the weather was and whatnot. And man, it just takes the stress off. And just always having it magnetically attached to your iPad, so you just grab it, start writing, huge. And I know there's a lot of pilots who don't have this because a lot of my instructors, they're just trying to build time, trying to get to the airlines, don't have any extra money. They said, I'd love to have an Apple Pencil, but this and that. And so that's why it's on this list. If you have a pilot buddy who is just, trying to build time or whatever, buy them an Apple Pencil. That's a great gift for them. They're just going to absolutely love it if they use it. The second thing that I think every pilot should have or should at least try is an action camera. If you can buy an action camera for your pilot friends and tell them to mount it on their airplane so that they can see their landings, see if they're doing actual 3-point landings, if they're a tail wheel, or even for a tricycle gear, if the mains are coming down first, not putting too much pressure on that nose wheel. As you get to be more experienced, you'll kind of know this kind of stuff just by the feel of it. But when you're starting out especially, it's so helpful to know what you did, how to learn from that, how repeatability, all that kind of stuff. Until I started videoing myself for these YouTube videos, I wasn't 100% confident that I always landed on the center line. I wasn't sure. I knew when I was way off, and I knew that when I was pretty close, but it's hard to know for sure. You can't see if your nose wheel is actually on the center line until I mounted an action camera on my wing and realized, I am on the center line. So that was pretty cool to see. But when I'm off the center line, how much am I off? Okay, what did that feel like? And just having that feedback, you can go back and watch what you did right and what you did wrong, and that's huge for learning and really everything. Just getting that feedback. So an action cam is a great gift for a pilot. Now this one is pretty obvious, but the reason I put it on here is because, again, I see a lot of these pilots who are just trying to build time. They don't have a ton of extra money, and they are wearing a cheap $10, $20 pair of sunglasses, and these sunglasses are just almost doing nothing to block out the sun and the UV rays. So a great Christmas gift for a pilot is really nice aviators. And I mean, I'm talking like Ray-Bans, and I'm putting all this stuff down in the description below for all these products, but I'll put my recommendation for sunglasses down in the description. You don't want polarized. Polarized is not good for pilots, so buy them something non-polarized. And like I said, I got the Ray-Bans that I recommend down in the description, but you can do your own research. You can find some great aviators and just spend a little money on these aviators. A lot of pilots, or pretty much all pilots, have sunglasses of some kind, but they're just not very nice, and so having those would be huge for a pilot. Now this is just kind of an aesthetic thing, this next gift. I love it. It's not everyone loves it, but as it gets colder, we're up here in North Dakota, and it's already getting down into the teens and starting to get cold. We have snow on the ground, and in the winter flying. And actually, I'm going to make a video on some tips and tricks on winter flying in general. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned, subscribe to the channel and whatnot. But for winter is coming up, and I love my leather jacket. Okay, who doesn't love a leather jacket for a pilot? It's like a bomber's jacket. It's got like the parachute clips. No, I don't wear a parachute while I fly, but it's just still cool to have them, you know. But like a leather bomber jacket, and I'll put one in the description, one that I found on Amazon. Unfortunately, it's not the one I have. I love mine, but it's not as, it's more of like a specialty one that I got actually for Christmas years ago. And it was one of the best Christmas gifts I have gotten, and that's why I put it on here. It's a great Christmas gift for pilots or aspiring pilots, because I got that jacket before I was ever a pilot. It was just one of those things like, hey, I got the jacket, now let's go get our pilot's license. And so that's a great gift for not just pilots, but aspiring pilots. Now, the next gift is if you have a friend that, I'm talking about gifts that are all over $100 so far. But maybe you have a friend you don't want to get them such an expensive gift, right? I recommend for those people, it's like $25 to $30, the Contigo spill-proof coffee mug. And I did a video on this coffee mug. I reviewed it, and it's kind of weird to do a review on such a cheap item as $25, $30, but for pilots, it is the best coffee mug because it doesn't spill. It's a one-handed operation. You can take a drink while you're taking off because, literally, it's one-handed, no spilling. You can throw it in the back and not have to worry about it spilling. And if anyone's ever flown a Cessna or really any older airplane, they don't have cup holders. And so you just got to throw your coffee mug around or not drink coffee at all. And so I love this mug. And if you have a pilot friends, they're guaranteed that if they drink coffee, they're guaranteed to love this mug too. This has been Eric the Aviator. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.